Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega. Dire's structures are fortified.
Hello, welcome to this very important Spectre guide. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk about lane. Your goal in the lane is to stay there as long as possible, so you want to buy enough regen and stats to make sure you're getting enough last hits and XP, because your hero is terrible at jungling. And don't forget to use your dagger to secure range creeps and to help kill enemy heroes. If you notice you're struggling in lane, I would opt for maxing out Dispersion before Desolate, but always max out dagger first. If you notice that you're having a nice aggressive lane, then maxing out Desolate is definitely the way to go. Now, for item build, we want to combo with Dispersion and get as tanky as possible. So things like Vanguard, Blade Mail, Heart, Scotty are very good on your hero. Once you get your first item, you'll be ready to fight. And make sure you tell your team to TP into favorable fights. Now, something I recommend always doing is staying on the ward high grounds during fights. This will give you evasion by standing up on the high ground. Now, enemy heroes be forced to walk into you. This will let you get a double kill. Now remember, if you notice yourself getting too far ahead, you are a late game hero, so you do want to do what's called tactical feeding. Perfect example right here. I run into this enemy Death Prophet, give her a kill, boost the ego even. This will make the game go on longer, which you like because you're a late game hero. Okay, now look here. Remember, you don't want this game to end too soon. But you also want to be strong. So what you do is during team fights, you wait for your team to get cleaned up. And once they're all dead, that's your time to strike. So look here. You can see me farming, waiting for the perfect time to go. My guy dies. I go get my solo golden XP. And oh my god, they just can't kill me. They just can't touch me. Now, when you're finished getting kills, you're not going to take any objectives. No, you want the game, remember, as long as possible. That's a common theme here. We want this game to go until you're like 20 slotted. Alright, so notice what I do after I wipe their whole team. I go hit the large camp. Large camps are more gold than the small camp. Ancients are better, but you know, that was a walk. I'm not pushing the wave. I'm not hitting a tower. I'm maximizing my shareholder value. Okay, so now we're at the point where you're near 6 slotted. So the goal of the game now is to stat pad. Alright, you've already won. You can do whatever the hell you want. So, notice here, I get ruptured. What do? Do I kill the guy? No. I take damage. At that end screen, if I see a number less than 1 million, that means I failed. That means my team has something to talk about if we lose. Alright, now say the enemy starts getting strong, and it looks like they could actually win the game. You want to take Roche, okay? Because you want to deny the Aegis so they cannot have it, right? That way, they can't make a big push with 2 lives. All right, now here, what you want to do is you want to do another tactical feed. You're far ahead. The net worth disparity is too much, but you want to be smart about it. You want them to think you're griefing. You want them to think you're giving up. So they think that they actually have a chance. They'll step outside of their base and like genuinely try and team fight you. All right. Now, you can see how far ahead I am. And that's just what happens when you play Spectre the important way. Okay. So I'm sitting here. I'm trying to feed. They're making it really hard. They're making it look like I, can just win this game 1v5. Keep in mind that's not the case. It's not late enough in the game yet. You see 4 digits at the top of your screen, that means you cannot end the game, or else you might risk losing. Okay, notice how I stand in the macropyre. Remember, damage, damage, damage. We want to take as much damage as possible. They got their feed, they got a bunch of money, and now they're going to try and do something, and they're going to think they're going to win the game. Now they're all chatting, very important. Gotta act like you're griefing, you gotta act like your team. You're mad at your team. You hate your team. You're reporting your team. You call GG. The GG is crucial. It's the nail in the coffin. They think it's over. If your teammates jump in with you, more power to them. That's good. Okay, I really want to nail this point home. I don't think I've stressed it enough. You want to take as much damage as possible. So when your team is mad at you, you're like, hey, look, I took 8 billion damage. Okay? See me standing in the macropyre? It's the best way to do it. Alright, when I say as much damage as possible, I mean as much damage as possible. I just don't think you're understanding. You want to take as much damage as possible, okay? You want to shit talk your team so bad if they start saying stuff, all right? And this is the best way to do it, I promise you. Now, normally you don't want to end before 100 minutes. This game, I happened to get very lucky and was able to end at a little over an hour. I took 462,000 damage. That's a little low. Normally, you want it in the millions. It's just the game ended a little fast. But, you do what you can. Well, you're welcome. I bestowed knowledge on you, divine intellect. Go play some ranked games.